Why are people pretending Trump won 99% of the vote? People are acting like Trump won some grand Ronald Reagan-style victory. As though the Democrats are totally done and the USA is infested with Trump supporters. This narrative is nonsense. Trump won by a relatively small margin. Biden won by a much bigger margin in 2020. Obama won by a far bigger margin in 2008. Why are people pretending that this election was some ultimate verdict? Some final verdict supporting Trump and denouncing the Democrats. Previous elections were not viewed in such strong terms, even when they had more reason to be. In 2020, Biden won by a far bigger margin than Trump did in 2024. Nobody was pretending that Biden had total support. Nobody was pretending that the age of Biden was here. This goes to show that if another election is held, Trump could get totally smashed. Things change. The political tide is always shifting. Don't read too much into Trump's victory. His victory is a bad sign, and it does reflect badly on the Democrats. But it is not some grand final verdict. He won a modest victory. Part of the reason his victory is viewed as so grand is because so little is expected of him. He won the popular vote. We would expect that as a bare minimum for a Democrat. But for Trump, that is viewed as some amazing achievement. We hold Trump to lower standards, and then when he meets those standards, we pretend he is far ahead of anyone else. When in reality, everyone else is held to way higher standards. It is quite something. But this narrative about Trump winning some incredible crushing victory is a lie. He won, but his victory was marginal. The election was very close. Tens of millions of Americans voted against Trump then, and would vote against him again today. He can say he has a mandate, but how much of a mandate do you really have when the propaganda machine is on your side? Fox News, Twitter, countless right-wing YouTube channels. Trump has dominance of the media. He made good use of that dominance to put himself back in power. But this was not some incredible victory. He is not Ronald Reagan. He is not even Joe Biden. He did not dominate. He won by a couple of percentage points. Reject the false narrative. This is a dangerous narrative because it leads weak-minded people to bend the knee. They gravitate towards the dominant force. They want to fit in. They assume that its dominance gives it legitimacy. They assume that its popularity gives it validity. The idea that Trump is dominant helps him become dominant. It ensures that weak-minded people gravitate towards him. And this is what we see as prominent figures increasingly line up behind him. They line up to lick his boot. It is pathetic. Trump is a rich elite, a blatant servant of oligarchs. A man who is surrounded by rich men. A man who rewards these rich men with massive tax cuts and huge subsidies. A man who has mastered the art of creating distractions. People must see through this nonsense. They must see the hideousness that it obscures. They must reject it.